And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. Pass to Olynyk over Morris. Olynyk can't hit. Stolen by Nunn. Butler finds Robinson. Nunn against Schroeder. Nunn with it. 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Morris. And they get it back. And that one's good by Butler. And Morris has got the ball here for the Lakers. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
And here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. The 8-footer. Here's James. Gasol trying to free himself up. James, no good.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
I think it's important that Caldwell Pope makes these shots, showing real toughness, converting through contact.
And although it seems like KCP will never be a huge factor on offense, he can still give you valuable points and also that spacing he can provide out on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and it's a valuable tool kit that he has because he can provide some playmaking and shot making and spacing of the floor. And he's also become more efficient as an offensive player. But he does know and recognize that his strength is at the defensive end, his athleticism, mobility, and versatility. And all offense is tertiary to his contributions.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss. Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Schroeder against Nunn. It's deflected. To the paint, here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Yeah, I like the bounce that Jimmy Butler has. He likes taking off for these slams. He's an excellent athlete who can finish with power.
Now, here is Morris. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. Butler on the wing. James covering. LeBron with the block.
This is what makes LeBron so special. He does it at both ends. Great tenacity on defense.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And the dunk by James.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Achua, he's checked in for Adebayo. Iguodala comes in for Olynyk. Heroes checked in for Duncan Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Kendrick Nunn. Here's Hero. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Lakers trail by 5. Here's Horton Tucker. Basket good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Hero. Here's Butler. Another shot, and it's blocked. 1:52 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Caldwell Pope, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Miami called for the foul.
Yeah, he's a guy who looks for his shot often. He's energetic and outstanding at forcing the issue. Caldwell Pope is his name.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right.
No, we don't do that. And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Outside Dragic. Outside Butler. To the inside. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Three-pointer. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
I think Caldwell Pope has done a nice job developing into a legit deep ball threat.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
While we have a chance, how about the numbers for Iguodala? Averaging 5 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contribution.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Los Angeles.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Heat trail by 5. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the first. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. For 3, Caldwell Pope. And it's Miami with the rebound. Fast break, here they come. To the left wing, here's Dragic from outside. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, they're up by 5. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his former teammate in Toronto, Kawhi Leonard.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands for, and how competitive he is. I mean.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former Defensive Players of the Year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Hero out there with Dragic. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Achua in at the 5 down low. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. The Heat also with the sub. Adebayo's checked in. Kuzma left side. Offensive rebound. Schroeder outside. This one for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Miami Heat. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Iguodala the pass to Achua. Outside Dragic. 5 on the clock. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Now here's Schroeder. Not a lot of room. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Some changes for the Lakers. Gasol comes in for Harrell. And Morris subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Then for the Heat, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Achua. Duncan Robinson comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Goran Dragic. To the wing right side. For 3, Olynyk. A rebound by the Lakers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Schroeder outside. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Adebayo. Loads it up for Adebayo. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
With strong athleticism, Adebayo can finish just about any lob with his large catch radius.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings in the East. Taking a look at Miami. Right now, they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference.
And right now for Miami, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Hero, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. None wide open. And the Heat, another 3.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Here's Hero. 5 points in the game. Here's Adebayo. Rejected by Gasol.
You really got to admire the reach of Gasol. He's excellent at utilizing those long arms of his to turn away shots.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Miami.
Now none. He had 13 points in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
An outstanding athlete for a player of his huge build. Adebayo will bang and bump with the best of them.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Heat also with a sub. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Tyler Hero.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
Nunn passes to Butler. Over Caldwell Pope. Again, the miss by the Heat.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute them because his shot making is not happening right now. He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Robinson kicks to Nunn. Good ball movement here by Miami. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Adebayo. The pass to Butler from deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Gasol goes in. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And, you know, Gasol is really superb at scoring over the defense inside. Now, it's not just his height and length, but I think it's his girth, too. He knows how to use every part of his body in close.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Achua, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Iguodala comes in for Olynyk, and it's Dragic in for Duncan Robinson. Here's Achua. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Boy, Butler doing a nice job taking advantage of the open man. Good quick pass there.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. They get it back. Harrell, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Kuzma with it, takes the 3. It's hauled in by Achua. And here are the Heat. They're on a 14-5 run here. Caldwell Pope against Dragic, trying to get open as Iguodala. No good from Dragic. Lakers trail by 4. One-on-one here. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Hey, it's not easy trying to stick with Caldwell Pope now, especially when he leaks out in transition.
Dragic kicks to Nunn. We've got 28 seconds left now here in the second.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Marc Gasol. He hits both from the stripe.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Caruso, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Horton Tucker. Now here's Harrell. 26 points for him last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Kendrick Nunn really having a great game.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
And, you know, that's what delights him most. That's what he takes most pride in. He loves being the chief facilitator.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. That's the Laker 5. Loads it up for Adebayo. Doesn't go for him.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Wesley Matthews checked in for the Lakers.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot, his leadership. I mean, everybody else just kind of naturally falls into place behind him because he's such a good example and a positive leader.
Nunn can't get it to fall. Lakers trail by 4. Caldwell Pope for 3. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Butler's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Down low, Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Inside, and Adebayo throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Here's Robinson. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Got a piece of it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nunn.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Heroes checked in for Miami.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Robinson, that's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
On the wing, Morris. Schroeder outside, pass to James. Over Butler. And too long on the shot.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Shot's good by Hero. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. LeBron passes to Morris. Here's Schroeder. Pass to Morris. He feeds it to Hero. It's stolen by Adebayo. In the corner, it's Robinson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists now in this one.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Morris. And it's Alex Caruso in for LeBron. Then for the Heat, Achua, he's checked in for Olynyk. Iguodala comes in for Butler. And it's Dragic in for Duncan Robinson. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. To halt the run. Great D that time from Adebayo.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Hero buries it down low. Hero's got the lead up to 13 now for the Heat.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Horton Tucker. He's covered by Iguodala. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. Kuzma can't get it to go. Miami leading by 13. Dragic with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The dunk by Achua.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's Harrell missing. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
And how about the court awareness there? Dragic, fantastic job spotting the wide-open teammate.
The pass to Horton Tucker. Back to Schroeder. No good on the triple. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Heat. 17-point lead, their biggest. That one drops for him.
Boy, the unselfishness of Iguodala is really admirable. A forward with excellent vision. He has a feel for when one of his guys is open.
Pass to Horton Tucker. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lets it go. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Oh, what a dunk!
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Heat up. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The Heat leading by 21. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Heat, Achua is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Dragic in at the 1. Butler's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. Harrell down low. Rebound by the Heat. Heat moving the ball around, and slam dunk by Butler.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Heat.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points. Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Back to Dragic. Lets it go from the wing, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Kuzma outside. Puts up a 3. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. LeBron, he's checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso. Shot from the inbound. And Harrell, the bucket on the assist by Kuzma. Kuzma's got his third assist on the night. Miami's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. To the middle. Good, nice job down low.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Caldwell Pope finds Kuzma. Tries from 16. Rebound by the Heat. Harkless the pass to Silva. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Caldwell Pope. The offensive rebound. Inside. It's tipped. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Vincent. He's guarded by Schroeder. Vincent misses. The Lakers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Here's Kuzma. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role, tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
And it's Strus missing. LA's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Passes it to Harrell. Shoots from the corner. Here's Kuzma. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Olynyk.
Love the size and athleticism Kuzma possesses. He uses both of them well to draw these fouls.
Free throw good, Kuzma. A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
Pass to McKinney. Back to Kuzma. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Vincent the pass to Iguodala. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter, and Jones sends it back. Here's Dudley. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Miami.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that 3rd meeting.
Here's Jones. That one, no good. And the Heat going the other way now. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Vincent the pass to Iguodala. Over Dudley. Clock at 6. Kuzma pulls it in. Dudley against Iguodala. Outside Matthews. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Heat. Strus passes to Iguodala. There's the pass to Vincent. Pass to Silva. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. We've got a primetime interconference rivalry. Greg, what do you expect to see here tonight?
Could be a feeling out process early, but I do think once the teams get going, expect it to be physical and contentious.
So here's Miami's starting group. Butler and Olynyk, the forward duo. Kendrick Nunn out there with Robinson. And it's Adebayo in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Butler against New Orleans, who is really on his game. And there it is for him.
When Butler's not challenging at the rim, this is the next best thing. Does a lot of his damage from the mid-range.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. He said if they want to go up 2-0 in the season series tonight, they have to be just as sharp as they were the first meeting. He said we can't get sloppy and expect to win. We have to be careful with our shots and take care of the ball. We'll see if they can execute just as well this second time. Kevin, back to you.
That's interesting, David. Thanks. The team believing, Greg, its success is tied specifically to how well they shoot.
And how do you set that up? Run the plays the way they were designed and just share the basketball.
And also try to get out and run, get some open looks from distance before the defense can set up.
Butler finds none. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Markieff Morris. Butler against James. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And as much as he commands attention on the court, Jimmy Butler content to skip the spotlight when he's off it.
You know, GA, nothing has come easy in his career for Jimmy Butler. All he does is puts his head down and works and works and works. And because of that work ethic, he has become an all-star. Love watching his progression.
And he sinks the second.
He's not like a lot of superstars. Jimmy Butler will call you out if you're on his team. All he wants to do is win.
Now here's James. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one. Put this guy in the dunk contest. Jimmy Butler is ready to win it all.
And Harrell, the bucket on the assist by James.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
None against Schroeder. Loads it up for Adebayo. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
Down low. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And here we go. It's Butler. Trying to get open is Adebayo.
And that was a heat check right there. First miss of the night, but still shooting 80% as a team.
And that quick first step that Caldwell Pope possesses is lethal. Drawing the contact there thanks to his aggressiveness.
And for Contavious Caldwell Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that. He knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team.
Adebayo against Harrell. Back to none. Launches a three. No good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Passes it to Schroeder. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Heat. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with, bar none.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Horton Tucker's checked in. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Kuzma, right side. Pass to Caruso. A three ball. Drills it from outside. And this game is tied up now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
From 15 feet away, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
How about the tempo Dragic plays with? Constantly working for a good shot.
Kuzma kicks to Caruso. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Beautiful ball movement. Draw and kick. The defense can't catch up.
Pass to Hero. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Some shooters get tunnel vision, but Tyler, keeping his eyes up and his options open, delivers a great pass.
Here's Kuzma. It's hauled in by the Heat. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
I love the communication, love the hustle. They came up with big stops all night.
Here's LeBron, and he uses the glass on the layup.
In a class by himself, no one matches up with LeBron in transition.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Kings in Sacramento. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Lakers passing it around. LeBron passes to Caruso. Offline with his three. Miami's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Count that one. Dragic has got his second bucket.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
James outside. Now the pass to Caruso. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Butler. Just 3 on the clock. That one's not going to go. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And we spoke with Jimmy Butler not too long ago about his teammates.
These guys work so hard, and they're young, and they're professional with it, that you're
Well, Greg, it sounds like Butler has found happiness.
You know, people don't talk enough about fit. It's important to be in an organization and a system that maximizes your abilities. Butler is playing some of the best ball in his life and making everyone around him better.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Markieff Morris. Also, Marc Gasol is up. And it's Schroeder in at point. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And then for Miami, Olynyk, he's checked in for Adebayo. Duncan Robinson comes in for Achua. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Goran Dragic. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Caldwell Pope finds Morris. Horton Tucker from outside off the mark. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Kings.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
The Heat leading by 5. With COVID shortening the season and the schedule, Steve, being tinkered with, do you think the NBA will make permanent changes to the season schedule?
Kevin, I don't think so. When everything gets back to normal, I think we'll be at 82 games and starting, like we usually do in October, September for games. I just think the NBA has done a fantastic job of being able to adapt to this situation. He's an offensive-minded guard with limitless scoring potential. I think Tyler Hero will be a household name soon enough.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 7. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Los Angeles with another miss. Here's Miami now. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Nunn passes to Iguodala. Count it. Iguodala's got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Iguodala. In the corner, it's Robinson. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Terrific dime from Hero, showing how versatile he can be.
Lakers trailed by 11. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Gasol's shot is good.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by Miami.
Olynyk high post. Passes it to Nunn. And to get open is Robinson. Nunn, that's good. Nunn's got his second bucket of the night.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Driving shot on the way. Miami grabs the miss. Olynyk's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Knocked away. And it's denied. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. James checked in for Los Angeles. Heat also with the sub. Butler's checked in. Schroeder against none. To the inside. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Iggy just using his tremendous athleticism there.
Lakers trail by 15. Peter passes to Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Robinson. In transition, here comes Miami. Butler with the ball. And the rejection by James. And some changes here for the Lakers. Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Morris. And it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And then for Miami, Bam Adebayo's checked in for Olynyk. Achua comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Dragic in for Duncan Robinson. Shots good by Achua.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's LeBron. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games.
Pass to none. Butler with the ball. Heat moving the ball around. Floats it up for Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
You have to pay attention to Butler when he's flying toward the basket for an alley-oop.
James kicks to Caruso. Kuzma left side. Feeds it to Harrell. Over Adebayo. That's tipped. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Butler. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
.23 seconds left in the first half. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
The defense late to react. A beautiful play we just saw.
The Lakers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Pass to Adebayo. Fires from deep. That shot off the mark. And so it's Miami in command with a 16-point lead as the... Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Big-time play throughout the first half for Jimmy Butler. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. Kenny, let's start with you. Thanks for joining us, folks.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
On the court for the Heat, in the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. Robinson is out there with Kendrick Nunn. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. Schroeder gets it to go from beyond the arc. Schroeder's got 7.
Shooting confidently from long range. Schroeder with a great balance on that shot.
Nunn against Caldwell Pope. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Outside Gasol. Here's the 3. Rebound by Butler.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 15-point game. They grab their own miss. Second chance shot. And there's the nice layup by Gasol.
Marc Gasol does so many things. One of my favorite attributes, toughness and grit he brings to this team.
Gasol against Butler. That one falls.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
No good from Gasol. The Heat leading by 15. Shoots the 3. And it's Butler missing. LA has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Caldwell Pope. And Adebayo sends it back. Tries to keep it alive. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for the Heat. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Olynyk with it. He's picked up by James. Adebayo. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Timeout called the Lakers. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I play, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more. But it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Well, here you sit, Smitty, at the broadcast table. Is there anything you notice about the game now that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Yes, Kevin. I mean, seriously, I did not know how much Kevin Harlan ate between games and during games. It is unreal. The before, the during, and after. You are a champ, Kevin, to be able to eat that much and to do your job. Everything's been working for Butler tonight. He's developing the identity of a superstar.
Morris, left side, over Iguodala. And again, the Lakers, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Got that one up quick. Butler's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The pass to Horton Tucker. Back to Harrell. Over Adebayo. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Butler attacking the feed to Iguodala. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Looking now at some numbers for Bam Adebayo. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
He's off on the first.
The charity stripe is far from the strongest part of Iggy's game, but he will hit him in crunch time.
Achua, he's checked in for the Heat. He hits the second from the line. Here's Caruso. He's got 12. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter of the game, and that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
This is, and I think his coach would agree, unacceptable. 1 turnover in the first half, now multiple turnovers since the break. Too much.
Passes to Butler. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Heat shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific, 79% as a team.
LeBron, he's checked in for the Lakers. Timeout called the Lakers.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Horton Tucker. Here's Harrell. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Constantly battling for rebounds. Harrell is as relentless as they come.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
A chance now to check out the NBA's most efficient scorers. The 4th spot held by Montrezl Harrell.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Horton Tucker. Excellent D here by Iguodala.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Pass to Hero. No one near him. They get it again to the paint. Tries yet again. And Iguodala with the layup. Iguodala's got 9 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's James, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Andre Iguodala.
With that size and that speed, it's hard not to foul LeBron. That's the only way to slow him down.
The Lakers have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
The Lakers making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. Then for the Heat, Olynyk, he's checked in for Iguodala. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Hero. Dragic gets the bucket. And that's now 6 points for Goran Dragic.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Trying to get open is Butler. And here is Harrell. He's got 5. Yep, it counts. He's got 7.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Over James. Off target. Jimmy Butler has been on display for Miami. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. And we'll be right back after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so here is Miami. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Gasol, no good. The Heat leading by 23. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names, headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view, you've gotten a front court view, you've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game.
And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
The Lakers shooting 39% from the floor, not their best. Fader on the way, and yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
Outside Robinson. The three. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his fourth rebound in this one.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
Shots good by Achua.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Caldwell Pope for three. Gasol inside. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
The defender was all over Marc Gasol. He just has that type of creativity to find a little space and knock it down.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Morris is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And then for Miami, Adebayo is checked in for Achua. And Hero subbed in for Goran Dragic. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Olynyk with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. Floats it up for Adebayo. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Bam is cooking right now. Once he flips this switch, he's tough to slow down.
For three, Caldwell Pope. Nunn grabs the board.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Here's Hero. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Hero passes to Olynyk, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Just 5 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. And the dunk by Olynyk.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge league with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow. That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Nunn kicks to Olynyk. LeBron against Robinson. Pass to Hero. Back to Robinson. Good ball movement here by Miami. Adebayo and Gasol sends it back.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot blocking expert, especially down low.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. .135 left here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 3. Here's Harkless. Matthews with the rebound. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Heat.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Bam Adebayo.
When it comes to protecting the rim, there are numerous ways to do that. The most exciting of those, just send shots back. And that's what he did tonight in volume.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Jones the pass to Caruso. Los Angeles with another miss. And Miami can just let the clock run down here. Here's Vincent. Here's Silva. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.